State your badge number, please.
It's 0607000.
Now, do you understand the nature of the experiment into which you are partaking?
Yes, sir, I do.
Have you been properly informed of the risks for your physical and mental well-being you might run into once the experiment begins?
I believe so.
And are you aware that once the experiment begins, there is no safe way of stopping it, should you or we experience difficulties during the process of transference, both on the way in and out of the future?
Yes, sir, I'm aware of that.
All these things considered, do you still wish to proceed with the experiment?
Very much so.
Very well. Now, as a standard procedure before its transference, I am required to inform you once more of the potential side effects so far known to us you might experience at any given moment during the procedure, as well as time-traveling caveats. Most commonly reported side effects are temporary loss of vision and or hearing, sudden temporary loss of hair, memory loss, early onset dementia, cerebral palsy and epilepsy. In more rare cases, heart failure, kidney failure and retinal detachment. Caveats. Avoid at all costs physical and verbal interactions with any of the futurals. It is strictly forbidden to bring anything back with you. It is also strictly forbidden to capture any photographic material. You may only experience the future as a mere witness. The journey will last 48 hours and you must stick closely to your assigned guide. Once again, 0607000. Are you ready to be transferred?
Yes, sir, I am.
Very well. One last thing. Before we transfer you, what are your expectations for the future?
Well, I can't say that I have any expectations. I certainly have hopes. Like everyone else, I would think that things are going better for the average human being, and that the flame of human spirit is very much still burning, and burning more intense even. And that, yes, freedom of expression is still a thing, even more so than nowadays, and that we haven't lost our spirit. That's really the only hope that I have, and the only thing that I would expect, considering how things are going now, the trajectory that we are on. I would imagine that in the future human beings will have reached some sort of sweet spot in terms of personal freedom, as I say, and freedom of expression, and just overall maximizing their experience on planet Earth. I mean, what wasn't it like? It was very overwhelming and very underwhelming at the same time, which I wasn't expecting at all. But when I was told I could go half a century into the future, I thought to myself, well, to see what? There must be nothing left for human beings to have come up with if in 1975 we were putting man in the future, you know what I mean? But no, human beings are very much still there, and but it does seem like I wasn't too far off that prediction. Apparently they live their life as if there is another planet to go, or there's another destination once they have completely exhausted every resource on planet Earth. And my understanding is that it's not so much a physical place, rather another dimension that they have been working on, from what I gather, which is this Ethernet that they call it. Is some sort of cloud that stores all of their information, everything about them, and 50% of their lives is all on there. In fact, what I've witnessed is futurists tend to experience their environment and their significant events and their love stories and whatnot through their digital technology devices that they carry around with them the whole time. And that's, I think, very much the problem, which was very surprising to me. There's a serious decline in neurocognitive function. Young people don't know really how to express themselves, or don't even know where to point at a country on a map. And I think that is because their brain is absolutely overwhelmed, and there is no experience of real life anymore. Everything is push buttons, and it's all done for you. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to make an effort. For example, I was horrified when I saw a digital camera. I'm a photographer and a filmmaker, so that's my work, you know what I mean? And I'm very proud of it, and I like the photographs that I take. And these digital cameras, you don't have to look through a viewfinder anymore. There's a little computer inside of them that does a calculation and tells you more or less what's in front of the lens, but it just doesn't look right, and there is no craftsmanship there. There is no humanity, you know. I can't take off my glasses, for example, to take a photograph with my cameras, and that is because I have to use my own eyes. The camera has no eyes. I am taking the photo. I am the eyes. I am the artist. I'm doing that, you know what I mean? And I wonder what futurists are going to be doing with all the time they're saving by pushing buttons and telling computers how to write an essay or make a painting even. So I'm really curious to see what's going to happen. Hopefully I'll be alive all the way over there in the future, and this has really taught me a lesson on how to perhaps raise my children and grandchildren one day, to emphasize the importance of not using the flame of human spirit, to put your hands on things and to be on the front line of whatever it is that you're doing, especially if you're making art or if you are teaching something or if you're supposed to learn a new thing. Don't let a computer do it for you. Don't let technology squash you, which is ironic how 20, 30, 40 years ago maybe this was all predicted and nobody really listened. We all thought it was fun and games, but it seems that those crazy films that we would see 20 years ago, like I say, they didn't miss the mark, and that was probably the saddest thing, you know. And in terms of social issues, air pollution is still very much relevant, which was quite surprising considering the problems we've had last year. And you know, they've taken many steps backwards, and yeah, I was very, very, very surprised by it all. But in a way I wasn't shocked.